Yo, what's up guys? It's M here hitting you up with a new video talking about the patch notes from patch 3.17. Let's get right into it. So we have Yan Xuan, who's a 5-star winter tuned fighter Esper with access to multi-stage or multi-hit attacks and pursuit attacks. His first ability, Roaring Thrust, deals damage to enemies based on Yan Xuan's attack multiple times, has a chance to inflict miss rate up. It's fine, nothing too crazy. Then his second skill, which is actually a passive skill, is Whistling Stance inflicts Third Eye Seal upon a crit. When an enemy afflicted with Third Eye Seal is attacked by Yan Xuan, Screamer launches an assist attack, triggers a limited amount of time with each turn. Screamer damage a certain percentage of Yan Xuan's attack, ignores defense, inflicts fear on the target. And Ascension is the Third Eye Seal also has a miss rate up. And his third one, I will talk about the passive in a second. And the third one is Guardian Lord, deals damage to all enemies based on Yan Xuan's attack multiple times, inflicts speed down, gains immunity, grants speed up to all and allies. So his third skill is actually very good because it's, first of all, it's a multi-hit. I think we have to look if it does a lot of damage. But then also it's based on his attack. It has a AoE speed down debuff. It gains immunity to himself. That's what I think it will be. And then also grants speed up to all allies, which is very good, to be honest. Buffing the speed of all your allies is good, so you can use them in PvP and PvE. The only issue I have with his skill set is his passive with the Third Eye because of his doggo, the Screamer. So Screamer only assists when a target is debuffed with Third Eye Seal and then gets attacked by Yan Xuan, then Screamer will follow up with an attack that ignores defense and inflicts fear. So what is my issue with the skill, or what am I hoping for with the passive, is that the Third Eye Seal is actually a golden debuff which cannot be cleansed. That's what I hope for, because if it's not a golden debuff but just a silver debuff, you have the issue that you start the battle, you use his skill free, you inflict the Third Eye Seal on the enemy. But if there's like a Clara or a Jinyu Yao, something that cleanses, your dog will not do anything at all because the Third Eye just get cleansed, so the dog doesn't even get his attack in. So we have to look into that, but from my personal opinion, he can be good, but we have to see. And if it's not a golden debuff, I highly recommend to build him on Astral Witchcraft Fury, because he also needs crit to apply his Third Eye. So you want him with a lot of crit rate and Astral to get the proc chance, so that once you used your S3 or S1 and inflicted the Third Eye debuff, so you can follow up with the skill to actually make use of the wolf. Then we have the new feature called Added Calamity Island, which is basically Infinity Tower or Temporal Tower with 200 floors. You get rewards. There are 3 Burning Pillar, Howling, and Surging, so it's for Inferno, Wind, and Flow. With specific days they're opened, you get stuff there. It's also limited to 10 clears per day, so you cannot just immediately clear all 200 floors. We have to look at the rewards. I think they should be fine, I guess, or good at least. And also we don't know if they will reset, or if once you cleared the thing, it's just cleared. But you can do it like 10 floors every time it's open, so it takes quite some time to finish that one actually. The next up we have Added Blitz. We already talked about that in the past, or Daddy Free to Play at least talked about it. It's just basically depending on how many turns you need to clear your Chronos, FAF, and APAP, it just consumes the amount of memo chips to do so. And with your stamina, so you can like instant clear content. And how we acquire those, how many we acquire, we will basically see after the patch applies. Then we have an added power system, which we saw in the preview, to determine the power of an Esper. I don't know why they did that. It doesn't change anything or implies anything. Just because a unit has more power than a different unit doesn't mean it's actually better. And it changed something with the patch notes, no one cares. Then added stuff here and there, really doesn't matter too much. Then we have the event with all the event details, so you clear all the stuff and get all the goodies for clearing the event, basically. There are also division rankings, world rankings, top players, and the division will be rewarded with legendary ability shimmer. So they're doing the same thing they did with the relic event. They're now doing with this event as well. So the whales will get their rank 1. Then we got the limited time echo for Yan Xuan, where you can summon him. So from what I understood when it comes to the featured banner, new featured banner, you don't have any rate ups or so. It's just that once you have 100 wish stones on the current banner, you can just pull for the current event as well. That's about it. Then we have the Sorcerer City, another event, Echo adjustments. They removed the SSM, and that's about it. And adjusted gold record pool every 10. That's about the same. And as the wish stone I just mentioned, it's the same. And and with the wish pool, if you have 5 legendary Esper you already have and put them into the wish list and you want to summon for them, you basically get one, like a random one you wanted. Then they changed something. You get 6 Nexus crystals per 1 SSM. So it's the same as, like they mentioned before, that for 50 you get 300 SSM, but they now did like one SSM. It turns into 6 crystals, so you can get rid of all your SSMs and you don't have any leftovers. Then they did some story changes, which doesn't really matter to anyone here. Removed the practice stage and added Sonic Rift. We already saw everything about that. Nothing really changed here. Then we have the Ritual Miracle changes with the 5 tiers and everything. There's one thing they did though, so I don't go over the details here, but they increased the stamina costs for difficulty 14 to 16. It's now 15 stamina instead of 12, and also for the difficulties below 16, it is now harder to acquire relics of certain qualities. So now you definitely want to farm 16 because of the stamina cost. So you won't farm below 16 because it doesn't make any sense to do so. Then what they also did is with the Desolate Land. Desolate Land will now consume 15 stamina instead of 8, and remove the setting where the stamina cost of Desert is half for a certain period. I don't know why they did that, because they, at least in this patch note, they don't mention like, okay, you're now paying double the stamina, but you also get like 2 grindstones instead of 1. So we have to look into that. But to be honest and to be careful, I would say just grind Desolate Lands right now, just in case that once the patch drops, you get the same reward, but you have to double pay the amount of stamina. So just in case you want to maybe stack up on speed stones to be prepared for that. To avoid extreme incidents of battles running too long, blah, blah, blah. So there's a time limit basically, or a turn limit for all the PvE content, so you cannot exceed a certain amount of turns, which is, for most of it, it's fine, but I have an issue with Infinite Miracle, because Infinite Miracle also implies Infinity Tower, and Infinity Tower takes a lot of time. So on top of that, if you have the right team, where it's a lot of trial and error to beat a specific floor, you also have to include your turns now, which makes it more difficult as well, which is, I don't know why they did that, especially for Infinity Tower. It doesn't make any sense to me. Not a great change. Then Esper acquisition is, yeah, they changed some stuff, and here and there where you get the Espers and where you not get the Espers. It's all the same. Yeah, the Sally one you have to pull if you already cleared Spatial Tower already. Then they did the adjustments to the fusion we already know. Bounties adjustment increased the chance of getting Nexus crystals and reduced the chances of getting gold in blue bounty missions. Okay, replace the leveling up and star promotion missions into other missions of the same color when going from bounty mission clue to story stage selection screen. Added tips indication. Okay. Cube Miracle adjustments. Cube Miracle difficulty 1 now contains 2 floors. This difficulty will no longer support raid. After defeating the enemy, rewards that drop random chances are replaced by guaranteed relics. The higher the Cube Miracle difficulty, the stronger the relic, which is good. Cube Stone will drop from difficulty 5 and above. Current progress at Cube Miracle will be reset after the update. Okay, we have to see how that works. Holo Battle adjustment, the formation used in most recent Holo Battle will automatically become the default formation for the next battle. Okay. Then we have some controversy going on here with PvP. Increase the starting HP for both sides in Point War, Holo Battle, Casual, and other PvP gameplays. The increased HP, however, will not affect the HP base damage. In my opinion, an absolutely stupid change. Why are you touching that? Why do you increase the amount of HP the Espers have? Doesn't even make any sense. So, in my opinion, by reading that, they're just trying to counter cleave teams. But why though? Because people just figured out what they use for PvP, right? So if people want to cleave, let them cleave. And if you want to use tank teams, let them use tank teams. But fizzling with PvP in that regard is just stupid, because it's also affecting RTA, which is the competitive side of DISLYTE. In my opinion, doesn't make any sense, and they should revert that change, because it's just a stupid move. It's so lame. It's just stupid. They should do other ways, balance units, or by other measures, but increasing just the HP, it doesn't make any sense. I don't like it at all. They should just get rid of it immediately. Then we have the changes to the level. Now you can grind to level 100. That basically is just there to increase your stamina. Then you now need more XP, which was already discussed in the past. Then there's the level caps. I don't know why they did that. Doesn't even make any sense. Starimon adjustments. Yeah, we saw that one yesterday. Nothing too crazy here. You just do basically the same thing, but now you don't have to grind for it, so it's fine, I guess. Adjusted the resonance mechanism to improve players' gaming experience and optimize the formation strategies in response to blah blah blah. Yeah, that's what we already saw, basically, that you convert your resonance into, or your extra copies will convert into MaTeIRias, and then you can reso 6 units, and if you have more, they convert into diaprism, monoprism. That's about it here. Yeah, that's just whatever. It's just whatever. Then also, as they said with the Divine Sequencer, now you can get Xander, Shards, Dahlia, Louis, Azenat, and Legendary Starimon from the Divine Sequencer. So Xander and Louis are new infos we didn't know before, but cool to get those, especially for people who struggle to pull a Xander. Then basically with the relic change, all you need to know about the level change is all your 6-star relics are now, with the new patch, are level 60 relics. That's it. They just copied it from Epic 7. the star rating to a level system, but for simplicity, 6-star relics are now level 60 relics. That's it. Nothing more about that. Then they adjusted the inventory so you can store that you only store experiments and stuff like that, because you won't have any dupes anymore because it converts now into these prism thingies. Then in correspondence with the stage adjustments and to give every Esper a clearer and more unique blah blah blah, we will adjust the abilities, captain abilities and stats of the following. Upon clearing enemy AP, the chance of having stun increases of this. I don't know why they're doing this like here. It's so inaccurate from what they released the other day. So I'm not going over that. We already discussed that one. Pandora, Doombox, after blah blah blah. Yeah. Then all the adjustments to the units. After Blitz is introduced, players can use memo chips quickly. The boosters that are already applied and in effect will not be affected. The boosters that in an inventory. Oh yeah, that's the next thing. So they are removing all our boosters and compensate us with Nexus crystals. So all you need to know about that, basically, if you have relic boosters right now, use them all. Do not leave any relic boosters in your inventory. Just use them because 200 Nexus gems is a joke for your relic boosters. And if you have any elemental wave boosters which grants 250 gems, keep them because you don't really need them. Just keep them in there and you will get a shit ton of gems, so that's a good conversion. Or maybe just use one to get whatever you need right now, but that's a good conversion. Then what's next here? Black Gold monthly card adjustment removed XP booster, expanded the stamina cap, increased from 30 to 60. Gold bonus remains the same for current Black Gold monthly holders. The new rules will apply after the update. Okay, I see. So they increased the limit. And then pack adjustments, memo chips, 60 to the daily. So you buy the Blitz system basically. Then shop item adjustments, gold shop levels of random relics. Yeah, basically they're doing some sort of adjustments. And what another thing that's really controversial is removed from the club shop are the ripple boxes. The ripple boxes are those which allowed us to basically reso one of our legendary units every 3 weeks. They're removing those ripple boxes. I don't like that. They do that because of the wish list, but I don't like that. A lot of people will be annoyed by that. A lot of people will be annoyed by that change. So it's in their best interest to revert the ripple box change and to still include ripple boxes in the club shop, because that's one of the biggest thing why we did our holo battles, our Sentinel and so on, just because we want those ripple boxes to resonate. With the recent with the new reso change, the ripple boxes are even more valuable than before. So it will be the community will be upset. The community will be upset. Other things here, there's nothing much to say about that. Daily quest adjustments. So you get memo chips. So you get basically the blitz system you get from doing dailies and crystals and so on. Rookie event. Then there's a new rookie event. You get stuff. DJ contest. They removed the Nexus crystal from DJ contest, whatever they're doing. And then among the star promotion, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. It's relic storage capacity will be further increased based on the number of max level legendary players currently have. Yeah, your store, basically, your relic storage, which is limited to 3,000 right now, will be increased to 6,000. I already saw that with a couple of people. Display performance and other optimized the prompt when casting negative effects. Community, this display text is changed from resist to resist caps lock, okay. Redesigned the trial screen, optimized battle. A lot of optimization here and there. And Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing too much going on here. There's a lot coming. But basically, what we can say is if you have relic boosters, use them because they will be removed. They're removing the ripple boxes from the game. The new unit, Yang Xuan, we have to look how good he actually is. He looks promising, but we will see if he's really that great. And also, once the test servers are live, we can look into his captain ability. But I'm 99% sure it will be a attack percentage lead, 30% lead for universal lead, or a 40% PvP lead. So